Oh, fuck off, all you fish-ass bitch. Hello everybody, I am Flameless Soul, and I welcome you back to Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Before we get started, remember that if you find yourself enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like down below, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. And if you feel like you might have missed something, both playlists for this game as well as the first game can be found right here in the cards, as well as down in the description. And if you go down in the description, come join the Discord. So let's get started. So, today, what I want to talk about is dark comedy. Dark humor and the like. And we will start it out with one of my favorite dark jokes. Dark humor is like food. Not all the children get it. Oh, fuck off, all you fish-ass bitch. You shocky fish-ass bitch. Can you jump up and bite me off of this? Oh, interesting. You're gonna follow me. Ah, I see. And but I have now told you what the topic is for today, right? Dark humor, I've given you example. And I want to say what brought this topic about. So, I'm watching a video before I am thinking about recording, right? And just fuck you. Oh, it's caged off. Okay. I came over there. I was like, okay, bite my toes. Do it. Like, assault me. I came here to be frightened! And then it's just, no, it's blocked off. Screw you, you fish-ass bitch! I don't want anything to do with you! Well, actually, I probably want something to do with it, because I'm about to start the pumps, right? Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. There is no Kelm, and I am no Elias. Elihu? At least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by the freezing temperature of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated, and their duality tears them asunder. As the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters, they live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent? Violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected area sealed and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now, the abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. Alrighty. Well, come on, call. Turn that. Sluice 2 is no.
Faster, Mandus. Drain the waters. Open the way to the bilge pumps. We are waiting for you.
Who is we? I'm pretty sure you're just me. Just, you know, on the other end of the phone. Talking to myself. Like, the phones are just my way of making me think that I'm sane. But I'm watching a video, and the part that this part comes up where it's like, oh, it's the best comedy of like it was a video on anime, mind you. It's the best comedy of summer 2020, right? I was thinking like maybe they were gonna destroy those pipes, and I really was not expecting this in any way because of what just happens. I'll play the scene for you right here. I'll go steal it.
Overall, best comedy anime of 2020 so far.
That happened, and I busted out laughing. I'm like, this is so fucked up, but it's so funny. Like, I was just like, I should not be laughing at this, but this is hilarious. And that happens with dark humor in general. There's that part of me that's like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but my god, this is hilarious.
But we can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one.
Mr. Mandus, you sound every bit the fanatic.
Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement?
And your engineer, this visionary with whom you have embarked upon this course, does he share your views?
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for.
And so you set about things immediately upon your return?
Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to truffles.
Interesting. Would you screw off, you fish-ass bitch? I'm not interested in what you're selling. I'm pretty sure you're selling death, which is why, like, the primary reason I'm not interested in it. Like, a grungy, nasty death. I'm pretty sure that's what that thing's selling. Oh! It's fully capable of shutting the gates behind it. Okay, good to know. Almost missed you. And I said, look, my darlings, can you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy, yes, we see it. A tall weathered cap of a steep-sided pyramid, so like those of Egypt, stone falling away from the summit, vines crawling about, intertwining the stucco serpents that thrive about the steps. A palpable sense of stillness, a weight of forgotten, and this... Here, this is where the king sat, and this is where the priests lived. This is the house of the dead, and here where the sun strikes, this is where they threw the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings, they most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed that the sky would fall on their heads, and they truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darling... Perhaps they were mistaken altogether, or perhaps their tragedy was they could simply not spill blood enough to prevent the sky from falling in upon them. So we're missing a piece of that conversation. Like, we don't have the kids' side of that conversation. Pump 1 is going. Well, sluice 1. Sluice 2 does a sluice and a dose. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, making the way to the bilge clear, where I can divert the remainder of this filthy torrent back into the Thames where it belongs and clear the path to the center of the machine. That's a nice example of older things like it. In olden times, they legitimately... I think it still happens in some places. They just pump their sewage into the river rather than deal with it themselves. I saw that, fish-ass bitch. So I'm going to have to do a thing I don't have to do a thing. What? Am I just supposed to be frightened by the thing in there? I don't know. Why bother with the decontamination if I'm just going into another sort of sewers? Oh, come on, you flickery flicks. Oh, hi. Hi down there. What you working on? Dear God. A whole nest of these foul creatures. No mind, my instincts have drawn me thus far, and I am sure somewhere in this dark complex is a means of further descent. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play, and they are so very human, so very childlike. And I will not think of what I have seen of the chairs and the cages. I will not think of how such monsters may be sculpted. Mandus, you gotta accept that these are your creations. In some way, shape, or form, you made these. I wonder if the person on the other end of the phone is the architect that they were talking about. Okay, so what I was trying to say before, there's a part of it, like, if you actually laugh at dark humor, there's a part of you that just knows that, man, it's fucked up to laugh at this. Like, I shouldn't laugh at this, but you do anyways, right? You still find it humorous, and I personally believe. Well, I want to go on this one first. I personally believe that step back. Okay. I personally believe that part of what makes dark humor so funny to those who do actually find it humorous is that sort of taboo nature of it. The fact that you aren't supposed to laugh at it, but you are laughing at it, makes it funnier in some cases. I hate ladders in this game. I hate ladders in a lot of games. Right is right. Okay, let's check left. Okay. Only one way forward. And I'd like to know your opinion on it. Like, if you find dark humor funny, do you think the reason it's so funny when it happens is because you know you're not supposed to laugh at it, but you do anyways? You laugh because you're not supposed to? Sort of like in a really tense situation. You just laugh to diffuse the tension, but it's a serious conversation and laughing is really not what you're supposed to do, but you just can't think to do anything else. My God, it's having me go down so many ladders. Why does that glow? Pile of things. Alright. From tide to spine, a skin of a shroud, a stump of the bled, an old lily is flybound, old lily is dead, and dreams of the jungle will flood through her head and light up her head. Alright. I really don't know if I read that correctly.
You seem to have undergone quite a profound conversion in Mexico, Mr. Mandus.
You could not have seen it yourself and not, Professor. As we disembarked, even through my fever, I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease, rot and destruction polluting the waters of the Empire. We are ruiners, you and I, and all of us, and we make the world unclean.
And you took it upon yourself to act as redeemer.
Professor, I would not be so presumptuous. I am merely a conduit. I am constructing an architecture to wrestle our damnation to the ground and smother it with steam.
Alrighty. That. I guess that's one way to look at what he wants to do. But man, like, what he has actually done here.
He's here!
I'm here. Let me guess, one of the pigs is gonna be my children. Wouldn't be surprised.
I said you'd come.
That sounds so, like, not friendly. These must be the bilge pumps. I am at the heart of the saboteur's efforts. In order to keep this flood in place, he must have disabled these vast pumps, but he was clearly rushed. Thus far, he has left most of his work incomplete. His clumsy efforts reduced to simply switching off all he could find. If I can locate the controls, the remedy will be simple. So you think? I'm actually at this point, I'm thinking Mandus was to some extent the saboteur. Oh, come on, you shocky little shit! But at the same time, it doesn't make sense for him to be the saboteur because things are happening even without it.
Waters. I dragged myself deeper into the temple, downward ever, towards a wind that held the voices of my children, beckoning me to set them free.
Yeah, his children are dead, aren't they? What was that I just saw? I think Mandus is starting to realize that, like, his children aren't alive. They are, in fact, dead. I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't like it. What? I feel like I missed something. Legitimately, I feel like I missed something. Finally, I found one of those. It's been a while since I saw one and actually was able to acknowledge it. Okay, so I can't go that way. Oh, when I activated the bilge pumps, that moved. Okay. Another pump, it seems. Once again, I must engage it. I cannot help but feel I am trapped in some great game, forced to undertake endless Herculean labors for the promised reward of my darling children. I'd have to say that the reward isn't gonna be what he thinks it is. At this point, I'm all but convinced that his kids are dead or changed! I can't see! Stay the fuck away from me! I did not agree to be touched by you shocky fucks. Okay, I hated that I couldn't see when that happened. I don't think it mattered which way I went, did it? It was gonna fall no matter what. That was a set thing. So I have to ask, like, where do you all stand on dark humor? Obviously, like, my stance, main pump controls, is that I find it humorous because I know I'm not supposed to laugh at it. Aha! Well, this is a really shitty sabotage job, you know. just removing the two cogs right there. That's a pretty shitty sabotage job. Ooh, fake caustics, cages. Oh shit. What? When holding an object... Was I not supposed to climb down there? I guess I didn't need to go down there, alright. Yeah, because journal stuff showed up out here. The flood is drained, I have prevailed, the saboteur is beaten, my heart pounds with excitement even as my head spins and shoulders in feverish anticipation. How this machine now throbs about me, sensing its rebirth is imminent. The final descent beckons me to enter as Lily once lay on our wedding bed and summoned me into manhood. Yeah, I guess this is the theoretical time where most people actually did at least attempt to save themselves from marriage. Not this way? Not this way. Oh, yeah, this way. Another one of these. Except, oh, that's a safety hazard right there. Having to reach over the railing to open the door. Yep, nope, that's an absolute safety hazard. And thus we have made it to here, wherever here is. The children dancing. The stairs are steep, the sun beating on his neck as he pulls them up. Veins pop on his forearm, but he cannot deviate. He is a man driven by love, only love. Well, that will be it for today, guys. I do hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know, like, what is your opinion on dark humor? Are you one of the children that gets food? And what do you think, like, of my stance on it? The reason dark humor is funny is because there's the part of your brain telling you you shouldn't be laughing right now. And you just... the fact that you know you shouldn't be laughing is what makes it so funny. That, like, what do you think of my opinion on that? And if you enjoyed this video, I would request that you leave a like, as well as subscribe if you haven't already, so you will be notified the next time I go live, as well as upload a video. Come join us in the Discord, and remember, guys, smile, because even if you aren't a fan of dark humor, there's still other humor out there for you, right? I've been Flameless Soul, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Goodbye, guys.